welcome back to our NCAA football win total series. We continue on in the Big Ten. We are on to Iowa, and Iowa has had two head coaches since 1979. Hayden Fry was there from 79 through 1998, and 1999 Kirk Ferentz showed up, and it didn't start well. 1-10, 3-9, and then finally 2001, 7-5 in a bowl game. Since then, they have not. There have been 3 years where they did not play in a bowl game. 2007 they were 6-6. 2012 they were 4-8, and then 2020 they were 6-2, but COVID issues caused them not to play in a bowl game. Since that season, 10-4 in 2021, 8-5 with a Music City Bowl victory in 2022, and that brings us to last year. And they open up. Utah State gets a win. At Iowa State gets a win. Western Michigan puts up 41 points and gets a win. But then they're shut out 31-0 by Penn State on the road. They beat Michigan State. They beat Purdue. They beat Wisconsin on the road. But then they lose 12-10 to Minnesota at home. They beat Northwestern. Then they beat Rutgers. They knock off Illinois. And then at Nebraska, a 13-10 victory puts them in the Big Ten championship game against Michigan. 26-0 loss, though, for Iowa. They'd end up in the Citrus Bowl where they lose 35-0. It is a 10-4 season for Kirk Ferentz. They end up getting rid of Brian Ferentz, new offensive coordinator coming in, and Tim Lester's got to turn around what was pretty much a disaster last year. Cade McNamara will be at quarterback. He missed a bunch of last year with knee injuries. He's expected to be the starter right now, although Brendan Sullivan from Northwestern is kind of making a push for that job. At wide receiver, Seth Anderson needs to emerge. There really isn't much there. They do have a good tight end in Luke Lachey. He's more of the same mid-range target, though. LaShawn Williams and Caleb Johnson are both in the backfield again, over 1,200 yards between them last year and 4 scores. The offensive line's good. It's not great, though. There's not the same level of Iowa talent that we know of. Connor Colby and Logan Jones are really quality offensive linemen, but the other three just need to be a little bit better. They need to have a better pass protection this year. Really, where Iowa's good is defense, and that didn't change. Although the pass rush wasn't the same last year. They do have, with linebacking core, Jake Higgins is back, 171 tackles. Nick Jackson, 110. They'll be the main guys. They have Kyle Fisher on the outside, who hopefully will create some pass rush. They also have more of a rotation on the main portion of the defensive line. Cooper DeJean's gone, but they have Xavier Nwankpa and Quinn Schultz at the safety tandem. The defense should still be solid, but losing Cooper DeJean's a massive blow for this Iowa defense as he is off to the NFL. The schedule, though, does have some situations where they can definitely get some wins this year. They open up August 31st at home against Illinois State. That will be a win. September 7th, they're on the road. Or sorry, not they're on the road. They're at home again against Iowa State. Last year on the road, got this one. This should just be a nice, low-scoring Iowa State game. Iowa has dominated the series. We'll give them the win there. September 14th, Troy at home. They'll get the win in that one. September 21st, they're on the road to Minnesota. I lean win, even though they're on the road and they start 4-0. September 28th, they have their first bye of the year. But then October 5th, it's at Ohio State. They're just not going to be able to put up the points. That will be a loss. October 12th, they play Washington, and I actually think they'll get the win at home against Washington on the back of that great defense. October 19th, they're at Michigan State. I think that's a win. October 26th, Northwestern at home. I lean win there. November 2nd, Wisconsin at home. I don't think they're going to get that one. I do lean loss there. And then November 9th, they're traveling to UCLA. I don't think they'll get that one either. I lean loss. Then they have their second bye of the year on November 16th. They go to Maryland November 23rd. I think they get a third loss in a row there. But then November 29th, Nebraska at home. I think the defense rises to the occasion, gets them their 8th win of the year. overall, it's going to have to be the defense carrying them. The offense just does not have enough parts. If they can get a little improvement from this offense, they might be able to slip up to 9, 10 wins. If they don't and the defense takes a slight step back, this could be 5, 6, 7 wins. Over under set at 8.5. Pretty much everywhere there are some 8s out there. I have them at 8-4. My numbers keep putting them at either 8-4 or 7-5. We're just going to go ahead and take the under 8.5. It's sitting at -185 on Bet365, and that's going to be our pick. If you like this content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time.